I'm ready.
On YouTube, so.
We'll call this meeting to order. Will you please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a roll call, please?
Hannah,
Yes.
Callahan,
Jen, are you with us on the phone?
I think you're muted.
Did she get unmuted?
Not yet. Why don't you keep going, we'll come back to her.
Okay.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Scharf,
Here.
Kurtz,
Here.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
You want me to try again?
Jennifer, are you on the phone with us? If you are, we can't hear you.
I can see her.
You see your phone number?
Yeah?
She eating dinner?
Should we call her? Want me to call her, tell her that?
I don't know that that would help, but, because she should be on her phone.
Oh, she's on her phone.
Yeah.
Computer.
Okay.
Okay, since we aren't hearing from Jen, we will go on with the agenda.
Hey, are you muted?
Hear me?
You pushed unmute and nobody can hear you?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Just through his phone, he's got his cell phone up. You're not through the Ring Central.
I just,
What?
You're not coming through Ring Central, you are coming through Mike's cell phone he's holding.
I understand that, but I was on Ring Central, and it didn't matter if I pushed mute or unmute. You guys couldn't hear me.
So did you disconnect from Ring Central?
Is your volume on your computer on?
I'm using it through my phone.
So do we want to just put her phone up here so we can hear it, or put it up on the shelf, or? Will it stay if you just keep her connected to your phone?
I only got 38% left on my.
I may lose you before the meeting's over. Do you want to try Ring Central again, Jen?
Yep.
Try it again.
Okay.
No one will ever accuse this council of being technologically savvy.
No. Not in this millennium.
So the public knows we're having a little bit of technical difficulty with one of our council members, so stay with us.
And Jen can't get on the phone either.
The public knows we're having a little bit of technical difficulty with one of our council members, so stay with us.
You have to mute.
Mute what? Why does it keep coming on?
There you go.
Power off. Why does it keep coming on? My phone's not doing it, because my phone's,
Steve Smith, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so the Ring Central is working.
Yes. Do you have two different audio services on? We're getting feedback.
How's that?
That sounds better.
So the Ring Central audio works for you.
she's just doing it with her cell phone. Will that make a difference?
Should be fine. Okay,
Can you hear me now?
yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Just say aye that you're here.
Bye.
So we can count you. Thank you. Moving on. I need a motion to approve the agenda, but we need to take off item number, under business, item A, the park department tractor bids needs to be removed, so I need approval for the agenda minus that item.
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Nobody for public comment unless you have something on there. Okay.
Nope.
Then I need a motion to accept and approve the consent agenda that approves the following: the minutes of the September 13th, 2021 regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, sorry, Jen. Opposed, the same. Motion carried. We're down to approving the claims for payment.
So moved.
Second.
I do have a motion and a second. Any questions? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Motion is carried. Next three items on the agenda: the bank reconciliation, budget and monthly transfers, and revenue expenses to date, are for your information. Does anyone have any questions on any of those? Hearing none, I'm going to move along to resolutions. I need a resolution to adopt a multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan for Buchanan County.
The multi-jurisdictional hazard mitigation plan is put together by Buchanan County Emergency Management. It addresses all of the anticipated or potential disasters that the county could encounter, the city could encounter by community within the county. And it also identifies our response, who's responsible for what actions under the different scenarios. This is an update to a plan that was put together through a series of countywide meetings 5 years ago, and this updates it. Holly Hare did a lot of work with emergency management to update the county's plan, and so we need to adopt it to take it into put it into place for the city specifically as part of the broader county plan.
And that's Rick Wolfco working on that?
Rick contracted with Holly Hare to do this, but yes, it's under Rick
And
as
then
EMA
who's
manager.
Chris?
Chris Harris.
Chris is his assistant or the second person in command there. And because it's not funded by the federal government, we don't need to have public hearing. It's just approval through the council.
Okay, thanks.
So moved.
make the motion to approve it.
Second.
Thank you, Jen. Do have a motion and a second. May I have a roll call, please?
Callahan,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
Kurtz.
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Hannah.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion is carried. Next on the agenda is a motion to approve the engineering agreement with Crawford Engineering for the Liberty Trail South project.
I thought we tabled the Liberty Trail South because of financial concerns.
Liberty Trail South from Bland South is part of our 2021 bond issue. That project is funded in our bonding. The question here is whether or not, depending on the favorability of bids, does it go from Bland Boulevard to Triangle Park, or can we go all the way north to Dry Run Creek, north of Bland Boulevard? And so this is the engineering agreement to put the plans in place. We'll bid it with the northern portion as a alternate.
So if we don't have enough money to go from Bland south, the alternative would be to go from Bland north?
No, the Bland South is the primary project that we'll bid. We'll take as an alternate, adding on to it that portion north of Bland Boulevard, and if there's not enough money, we won't do the north portion. That is currently a limestone trail, it's on the railroad bed, it's just not paved. So the question is whether or not there's enough to finish that the whole way, or just do the southern portion.
I'd rather see us go from, on Sixth Avenue from the sidewalks south as the as an alternative. Or excuse me, yeah, the sidewalks on the old addition south,
To Enterprise?
yeah.
Would we not,
Enterprise Drive from Walmart to Sixth Avenue and then north is part of a separate trail project from what, this one is, or the one currently on Sixth Avenue. That one, we are continuing to seek funding through the TAP program, the Transportation Alternatives Program through DOT.
But if we've got enough money from the bond to go north on the Bland Boulevard one, I'd rather see us use that and go south from the old sidewalks down to Enterprise.
Council's decision, this is the project that was in the bond issue. If you want to change that, I guess that's up to the council, but this engineering agreement is for the Bland Boulevard South on Liberty Trail extension.
I'd make
Make the motion to approve as is.
Second.
okay, I do have a motion and a second to approve this agreement. May I have a roll call, please?
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Scharf,
No.
Kurtz,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
No.
Hannah,
Yes.
Callahan.
Yes.
Okay, so it did pass? Okay, motion is carried, thank you.
Is that, to dry run, is that where the Cobb plant moved the trail?
Right, the Liberty Trail is paved down to that bridge on Dry Run Creek. South of there, it's just the limestone base, and so this would finish the hard surfacing of that down to Bland Boulevard.
Anything else? Next item on the agenda is a motion to approve a resolution updating the contact information throughout the disaster recovery plan.
This is an internal document for the City of Independence relating to issues with our technology, which never fails, but should it ever fail, it is our, yes, that was tongue-in-cheek. It identifies what our course of action is and who's responsible for what actions through our disaster recovery plan. Also includes things like ransomware or those activities that we are seeing more and more cases of.
We haven't sold our flock of carrier pigeons yet, have we?
I'd make a
I
motion
don't know
to
where they're
approve the
housed.
resolution.
You know, Rick used to have a meeting up there about stuff like that. Does he still have those?
Yes, we do.
Is
I'm
that
on, and
coming
on,
up?
I'm sorry,
Usually that's yearly. Is there one coming up?
is one what coming up?
A meeting about that?
I don't think our next one's till November. And we're having it late enough so the people in the election we could have those people attend if need be. So.
Pretty
I
educational.
do have a motion. Do I have a second to
I'll
that?
second it.
Okay.
My only comment on that is I'm all for technology and protecting ourselves, but currently our city website is still not secure. And that's something I think we need to rectify if we're going to try to avoid ransomware and cybersecurity and that kind of stuff.
We have looked into that. The issue that we have with the website specifically is the additional, I think it's $5,300 that they are asking for securing it with the.
SSL.
Yeah, you were correct.
Well, I mean, $5,300 is not very much considering what could happen if we have an unsecure website, so.
Is that for all of our financial records and everything?
No, that's just for the the one is discussing is just the website itself.
Yeah, but, that's an entry, so.
What length of time would that be for that amount?
Annual.
Annual, okay. You get locked in, or is it, okay.
It is an annual fee for doing that through Civic Plus.
Okay, thank you.
And to continue on the disaster recovery, we have regular meetings, we have training sessions that we've done. I carry a green tag that I put on if there's any type of a disaster that has my identification to check me. I know where I have to go depending on the type of disaster, and all that training is done throughout each year with Rick Wolfku and Chris Hare and the whole team. And that's countywide.
Which, now realistically, a lot of people would not know what to do if there was a true disaster. You know, you see these where the whole town gets wiped out, and they can't even tell where the city hall's at.
Well, because we've even had one of the, was it over a year ago, we had what was called a tabletop training session.
Yeah,
And as
2
we.
years ago, I think.
And as we do these, they go around the table, and each of us has to talk about what our job would be if this disaster happened. And it was a tornado that came up from Vinton, went through Brandon, was coming through. And by the time they got to me, I said, well, to tell you the truth, I'm gone, or I'm smothered in my closet because it just hit my house. And I turned to Bob, who was sitting next to me, I said, where are you going to go? You're the guy in charge now. So we do have this. We've had training if one of the cars derailed and if it went into the river with chemicals and stuff, what we'd have to do, how it would affect the north side and the south side of this Independence, things like that. So they continually have training with all the key people. Most of them, mayors from every one of the communities within the county are part of that. And there's always an alternate, and in our case, our alternate is our fire chief is on those committees, or training sessions too. So we are prepared, but you can only prepare that way up to the time that you have an incident, and then it depends on how things fall as to how you deal with it, but, yep.
Does Rick send that out to, like, all the council members? I know, like, I get a copy, but I didn't know if it was for being mayor pro tem, or if all the council members get when they're gonna hold one of these meetings? I think that's what Deb's looking at.
I've been to a couple of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure who all that does go out to. I guess
Quite
I've
a
never
lengthy
paid it. Yeah,
list.
yeah. I guess I've never scanned through there to
I think
see.
Rick maybe helps get the word out there. That's how I knew about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody knows about it. They know when it is, where it's at, or,
And it's not a training for the whole community. It's a
No.
training for the key people who are going to be in charge and making decisions if something happens, and where they have to be and what authority and non-authority they have and things to that degree. It's an awesome training session. The next mayor will be involved with that on a regular basis because that's one of the things they do need to be participating in. So. Okay, moving on, we canceled the next.
I need a roll call.
I'm sorry, may I have a roll call, please?
Hill,
Yes.
Scharf,
Yes.
Kurtz.
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Hannah,
yes.
Callahan,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried. Thank you for keeping me in line. I have a show at 8 o'clock. I gotta get home, I gotta. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the,
Nutrient reduction study.
a motion to approve the Nutrient Reduction Strategy Study Professional Service Agreement with Strand Associates Incorporated.
I'd make the motion.
Second.
Okay, I do have a motion and second. May I have a roll call on that, please?
Kurtz,
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes,
Callahan,
Yes.
Rodriguez.
Yes.
Hill,
Yes.
Scharf.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion is carried. We are down to reports. Anything from the police department to report? Okay. Anybody from the fire department have anything to report? Council members, anybody have anything they need to bring up?
trick or treat, people still are asking, and hours and the day, and
I'm kind of holding off on that. Our new police chief was sworn in today because of the fact that he still works in Owine. He's working a 4 in the afternoon to something like 6 in the morning shift, so wasn't available for here tonight. So we had a ceremony this afternoon at 12:15 here, and swore him in. He doesn't start till October 4th, and usually on those things, I coordinate that with the police department, and the police chief is why I haven't done anything yet. The downtown is not having their tricks or treat thing, but the fairgrounds will have a trunk or treat item going on, so it's just a matter of, I'm sure we're going to still have it on Halloween itself, which is a Sunday, but the times and stuff, I will coordinate that with the police chief once he's in place and has an idea of what he would like to do. So, anything else from anybody else?
I just wanted to say, I said last week, Midway Shop locally, well, I was out talking to some merchants this last week, and I guess it was on TV or whatever, but they say do your holiday shopping early because of some barges are tied up or someplace like that. So give a shout out, and the merchant says, we're ready for that.
Yeah, they are.
670 Trail is progressing nicely.
I go by it daily. Anyone else? Susie, have anything? Al?
I do not.
I will ask.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do have, tomorrow at noon at Pizza Ranch is the Northeast Iowa Regional League meeting. And the discussion is police officer recruiting and retention. If you're interested, once a year we get to host the Regional League meeting, and if you're able to be there, go have lunch with them. I won't be able to be there because Rotary meets at the same time.
On the other side of the wall.
On the other side of the wall, but anybody that is able to be there, please attend.
Right.
And Roxanne Fuller's farewell is October 12th. I put a little write-up and information on that on your desk this evening. It's October 12th, 3:30 to 5:30 at Heartland Acres.
Right,
That's all I have.
okay. I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second.
I do have a motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, thank you. Opposed, the same.